So basically, yeah, they said that he traveled. They followed him, like I was saying in the group chat, what they was going to do. They did. I mean, they followed him through cameras. Y'all know there's cameras all throughout New York City. You're not going to be able to go anywhere in the city and not be seen.
So once they found him, they just basically traced them back to wherever.
Yeah, they just traced them back.
They track your location on your phone, all them pings.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they have a lot more details that they're probably keeping under wraps right now, of course. But you know, that's what I read right before, like maybe an hour before we started live, that they were able to tell that he took a bus trip from Atlanta to New York in order to track this man down and waited for him. They're saying that he had been in the vicinity for quite some time waiting for him.
So he tried to be slick by taking a bus instead of a plane.
Yeah. Yep. He took the bus, and then the thing that I don't understand is that, all right, you did this, and they're saying, like, because people were like, well, how did he know that he was going to be there? How did he know where to find them and when? But I guess it was publicly known that he was having this big investor meeting for United Healthcare coming up. And everybody knew it.
Niggas put their whole life on these goofy ass phones and Facebook and whatever.
Yeah.
Niggas putting their whole life. I'm about to go to New York. I'm going to give me some cheesecake from that puffy place right before my big meeting in Times Square.
But you said he was headed to an investor meeting, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, an investor meeting for United Healthcare. So big investor meeting. So he was leaving the hotel.
What you say, Howard?
It was like 7 a.m., wasn't it?
So yeah, 6. Yep, quarter to 7, 6:45.
He was waiting on him for sure.
That's premeditated.
They said he was waiting out there for a long time.
Yeah.
I was going to play the video, but apparently the video has been removed, so I don't have it anymore. And that's what I'm learning in real time, that I'm going to have to start snatching stuff for myself. But
I do find it odd. I find it odd that I guess people's response to this, because I've been reading a lot of comments throughout the day. I've just been kind of tapping in different places across social media, whatever. And I've been kind of delving into the comments, just looking at what the general consensus is from people and how they feel about it. And the number of people, man, that are they're celebrating this dude. They're celebrating his death. Like, I don't know where we're headed as humans. But
hold on, they're celebrating a killer like he's a martyr for killing him, or?
Yeah, in that sense, yeah. They're celebrating him as if he's a hero, as if he did the world a favor.
So what's going on? Who United Healthcare? Big wig CEO, what's going on with United Healthcare?
Billion dollar pharmaceutical corporation. Their hands are in everything. Damn near. Huge company.
And who was this dude?
The CEO, Brian, what's his last name? Brian
terrible.
I can't remember his last name, but I looked him up and he was making $10 million a year. So that just lets you know the scale at to which this United Healthcare Group. This is a massive.
Brian Thompson.
There you go, Brian Thompson. This is a massive company, man. Like I said, I'm invested with them, so I know about their arm and how far they reach across the country. This is a big huge company. Well, they don't know yet. They're still looking for him.
They don't know no information they got him.
I'm pretty sure they have
information about him.
I'm pretty sure they have information that they're keeping under wraps.
That's the picture of the CEO or the killer right there.
The killer on the right. That's a still from that still that's on the screen right now because it's about to go away. Uh-huh. This is from the video. I was going to play this video. I was going to say trigger warning, but there's an actual video showing him shooting him, but Reddit deleted the video. So next time
you got a silencer on. That's a little 22 too.
Yep.
He's got a silencer, and that's one of the things I was going to bring up is the fact that
he tried to get away with it in the wildness of Midtown or wherever. He tried to get away with it because when you use a small caliber with silence, it damn near makes it quiet. That's why they do that shit in movies, and that shit is real.
Yeah, and what I was saying was that for him to have approached him with a silencer kind of shows me that it was a hit. It seems a little professional to me because I don't know an average person is just walking around with a silencer, especially in New York where it's damn near impossible. I'm gonna say impossible to get a gun. I don't live in New York, so I can't speak that way, but I can say it's not easy to get a gun in New York. It's illegal than a motherfucker. There's no open carry, there's no closed carry,
No.
nigga.
Oh, you talking about in New York? As a person
New
who
York.
likes guns, you can get silencers. It's state by state jurisdiction on those, but they not as rare as people think.
But you're saying that he came up from Georgia, kind of, kind of sheds a little
Oh,
more
we
light
know Georgia.
into his process, right? So he might
If
have
that's
came
where
up.
you live at in Georgia, you can get a pistol in 30 minutes in Georgia, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, there it is right there. They paused it. He about to shoot him in that video right there. Now, it was fucked up. He hit him once. The dude turned around like he knew where it came from. He saw him. I think he hit him a couple more times, and I think he walked up on him and hit him again. Is that him riding his bike too?
Right there. Yep.
See, I never saw that. I never even saw that footage before.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They tracked him all across the city, and he
Dude was an amateur.
He was a little bit because he caught him. The first shot hit him in the shoulder or upper, at least kind of like the left side of his chest, and it caused him to spin around. I think he hit him again. They say he got caught in the calf. He shot him in the calf, and then he shot him in the chest. And if you watch the video, he's racking it every time he shoots.
Mm-hmm.
And people were asking in the comments like, why does he have to?
Or
why is he
it could have
racking
been a
it
22s jam. Some 22s jam a lot. They're fickle with their ammo.
Yeah.
So, if he would have really knew what he was been doing, he would have walked up to him tight with the pistol in his pocket and bust through the trench coat. Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know he was bucking on camera. You'd have just had dude falling over.
Yeah. What you just said, that he was an amateur, a lot of people believe that as well. There's a lot of people that believe he was just some disgruntled, kind of like you were saying, almost like a martyr, except a martyr, martyrs usually they want to be seen. This guy don't want to be seen. He didn't want to be caught. But I believe it's a lot of people are saying, yeah, he wasn't a professional assassin. He was just some disgruntled, angry dude who was angry for some reason. Maybe, a lot of people throwing wild allegations out there, like, denying.
Maybe that's his boyfriend.
I mean,
that could be one of his ex-boyfriends. You never know. That's what I'm about to say. You never know.
You never know what's going on today. All I know is the response to this that I've seen has been crazy. The way that people are dragging this man, like, y'all know this man. Y'all don't know this y'all don't know this millionaire CEO.
It's just like people are just bucking up against the system or whatever you want to call it. Like they're just happy that somebody powerful fell because people are disgruntled. I did a video about this. I was saying that I was talking about black people, but people in general tend to root for the bad elements, the underdog, the vigilantes, because it's almost like they're doing the thing that we almost wish we had the heart to do or something. And,
especially when they bucking against the system like that.
Right. And they're thinking they killed the CEO on some like avenging the people type shit. But, we don't know. I don't want to make that assumption. We were on the game yesterday. I won't say any names, but one of our friends was saying the same thing. Like he kind of was happy that somebody of this stature was being killed, and I didn't agree with that. I thought that, like I said, I don't know anything about this man. Now, if it comes out that he was a piece of shit, then that'll just be a part of the story, I guess. But I don't know, so I'm not going to sit around and sort of celebrate just because of who he is or what he had, what job he had.
What this probably could be? This probably could be one of the movies like, dude, wife was sick, and they ain't approved the claim. And he just came up there and got him after she passed. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first thing I thought of when it happened.
Like I think it's a symptom. Like you said, I don't know the full circumstances of him getting killed, but it's what did Tupac say? It's like you people are hungry. We are hungry. Please let us in.
Please let us in.
Yeah. Same type. It's the same type of shit. Eventually, they're gonna be like, you're gonna bust the door down and take what we want.
We hungry, we want some food, and then it goes to kick in the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's like that's what feeds that. That's what
I don't get the
seasoning.
logic though. I don't get the logic there because you take out one dude, he's just gonna be replaced by another dude tomorrow. Y'all think it won't be another CEO next week? It's gonna be another CEO.
It's
Yeah,
Cerberus.
but I think it
The
means
message
something.
is not. You think the
I
message?
think it means something though when CEOs are getting knocked off now. See what I'm saying? Like
I
now
don't think it means
days
anything.
it means something.
So
It just
Neo,
means it just means that people are disgruntled. But in terms of, you're not stopping the line of CEOs, and that's what I mean. Like that could have been one of us. You know what I'm saying? Granted, if somebody came to you, offered you $1 million position as a CEO of a huge corporation, are you gonna take it? Hell yeah, I'm taking it. Somebody could have targeted me. I didn't do nothing to your grandma. I didn't stop your grandma from getting her meds, nigga. That's what I don't. That's the part I don't like about it.
but it's more so about what he represents, and
Exactly.
I think that's
Yeah, and the
That's
laws
what
that you're making, you're putting in those rules, and you're okaying these laws. Okay, if the person ain't been in the hospital more than 90 days, then they not eligible for a transplant. Little shit like that make you want to buck against the system.
Neo 83 says he has special bullets with less power to make the shot sound less, and that's why he had to manually eject each bullet. The gun was not jamming. The special bullets require manual dislodging. I did, Edward, you did send something. Was that you that sent something to the group earlier about that? And then he says it does mean something. It's going to open the doors to the medical system.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, I was about to say, I want you to elaborate. Send another message real quick, but I want to see if I can find that link that you sent earlier, Edward.
It's more. It leans towards more of what I'm saying and what Ojo is saying too. He's probably been wronged by them or something because he wrote deny. What was it? Deny return on the bullet on the casings. Yeah. He wrote something on the casings, and it's a book
three different things that he wrote.
Yeah, and those 3 different things is the title of a book detailing on how to beat the healthcare industry.
So it says bullets used to kill United Healthcare CEO reportedly had words found on them. Police found shell cases at the Manhattan crime scene that may have contained a message, according to multiple reports. Shell cases recovered at the scene of the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson had the words deny, defend, and depose found on them. So he shot him 3 times?
I don't know the official report. I don't even know if they've released it, but I know he was shot once in the shoulder or upper shoulder chest area. Then he was shot in the calf, and then he was shot in the chest.
Which was the fatal
scroll
shot.
Back up. Scroll back. Shot. You see at least 4 yellow things.
Oh, yeah, right here.
One by the loading sign, 2 right there, 1 in the background. That might be 5 shots.
Yeah.
Because it look like it's at least 5 yellow cones. So that's 5 shells probably.
I just don't like the narrative that, this is supposed to send some big message to big pharma, because if that's the case, then anybody can martyr off some shit. Somebody could walk into my job and be like, I hate all printing companies. Y'all don't do nothing but print nothing but a bunch of bullshit. Y'all print a bunch of, a bunch of social media that just does nothing but make the world toxic. And they could target me because I work out you know what I'm saying? It's the same type of thought process. And my point was that don't fix shit. That's not the way you fix something. This is not going to fix the healthcare system because you decided to gun down a CEO.
I don't think that was his intent. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was the intent. The intent
was
to lash out.
What'd you say, Derek?
I was asking him what did he think the intent was?
To lash out. To place the energy somewhere else other than himself. That's all it was.
Neo 83 says the murder is going to shine a light on the millions of cases that go under the rug. This event is shining national light to the known exposition of our country's medical system, martyrs' work. I was about to say that history would kind of disagree with you in a way as well, because man, typically when you see uprisings, it starts with death, one way or another, whether somebody's killing themselves or killing someone, whether it's a coup. whether it's a political assassination or something like that. That's all this is. It's a political assassination, even though he's not a politician, quote unquote, but a person who's holding such a high position in such a powerful company. It's a political assassination. So when you think about like them trying to kill Fidel Castro and shit like that, it's all the same thing to me. And I don't know his point. You know, I don't know his not his point. Yeah, his point. I don't know what his purpose in doing this shit was. I guess it'll all unfold over the next few weeks, but you know, I think people do shit like this to exactly what he's saying, is to shed light on whatever the situation is. Like they killed JFK for a reason. They killed you know, we don't got to go down that hole, but you know,
that's a deep. We're gonna be here all night.
Yeah, I'm not no killer, so I can't speak for the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I don't fully understand it myself, but there's a long history. Julius Caesar was killed for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They stabbed that nigga 23 times for some shit because they wanted something to happen, and it happened. I guess I don't know.
Yep, he was too powerful. That's why he's killed. Yep, that's why. Yep.
This is fucked up, though. I'm not going to celebrate this man's death. I don't know shit about him.
No.
You know, I would rather just wait for the facts to come out. If they fuck around and come out and find out that this nigga was a part of some, you know, child smuggling ring or something, then all right. But until then, I just got to be quiet.
Yeah, it really more so than anything shows a breakdown in the fabric of society. People are being more brazen and more. What's the word I'm looking for? They're having way more courage to do outlandish things. Like this is the thing. Like they shot at Trump. People don't care. Like it's the same thing that makes you stop at a red light in the middle of the night is the same thing that makes this so extraordinary. Like
I know what you're saying. It's like sociopathy. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's the fabric of society that keeps us like, oh, I left my back door open. You'll be all right because you know nobody's coming in your backyard. But now it's like it's becoming more and more like Dodge City, Wild Wild West. Like it's being more of that.
Everybody getting tired and fed up.
Yeah, but the FBI will always say that crime has never been lower, but it seems like it's more brazen shit is happening on
it's like more extreme when it does happen, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Neo83 says the traditional way of doing things doesn't work because of the fact that the medical companies also in bed with the justices and courts. Exactly. They're like huge lobbies. So I do agree with that. And they all work together as a gang, and that's also a fact. But
more reason to leave, bro. More reason. I'm trying to tell y'all, like that is if you ain't making a certain X amount of dollars on every year for like 20, 30 years, you need to be looking at retiring or leaving somewhere else because you can't afford to live here in 30 years. You're gonna be able to afford to do it.
I don't think there's nowhere you can run, bro.
So being the person who dealt with the medical system, being the person that dealt with the medical system from motherfucking, as far as I can remember, I've seen hundreds of $1,000 bills come to my crib. Hundreds of thousands. Like when he got that.
And you know we don't got that.
And you talking about, they charge, dog, what do a bottle of aspirin cost?
It'd be like a 3,000% upcharge.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, probably
because if you can get a bottle of aspirin from the Dollar Tree and that got 150 tablets in it, so you paying 1 cent, the upcharge probably be $100 or more
per pill. You saying?
Yeah. Yes, per pill, and you didn't pay a penny for it, and they buying by the million. So they aspirin probably was a half a cent, but you still charging $1,000 for it
because they can. But that's a part of the system too. It's capitalism because the thing is, the hospitals know that insurance companies are probably going to be the ones that's taking care of this, and they know the insurance companies got money, so they like, well, shit. It's the same way that the music industry work. I'm sorry to relate everything back to music, but so say if I got a big artist that's coming into town, they're signed to a label, and they're coming to do studio time with me. Normally, I charge $50 an hour. If a motherfucker is signed to a label and they're using the label's budget to come record with me, I'm charging $300 an hour. No, it ain't. I ain't gotta act like it's a secret because that's what happens every day. You know what I'm saying? It happens every day. Like if DMX lock in a studio, like he go to some studio in New York and they lock in for a month to record his album, they charging them niggas way more than they would normally charge because Def Jam is paying for it. It's the same.
Never mind. Go ahead.
No, what was I say?
Do that ultimately come out the artist budget?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying it ultimately fucks the artist in the end anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But that's how it goes. It's like, yeah, you're.
I mean, I understand how it go. I totally.
It's like
understand.
shit rolls downhill. So yeah, it's like they're charging the insurance companies $100 per aspirin pill for some fucking reason, and they figure, well, them niggas got it, so whatever. I just want this hospital to succeed. Like that's the business model.
Falling on our backs,
and it all falls on us at the end of the day. Exactly right.
The low income motherfuckers who can't afford it.
He said charging car payments for aspirins. He said the CEO who got killed was on court for millions of illegal inside trading. Dude was a criminal too. Look up the case. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Derek, you heard anything about that?
I did. I read a little bit about that. I heard that he had some type of illegal dealings, and that he was in the process of going to court for it. But again, you know, my point was, is that worth death?
Yeah, you never know what a breaker man.
Is that worth death? Huh? Say that again.
You never know what a breaker man.
No. I'm not saying. See, that's the thing. I'm not speaking to a person's reasoning for doing it. I'm saying, is that worth a life in society? Because if we all start thinking that way, then it's a ton of people that need to go then. If that's the case, we can just start.
What I'm saying is, you're saying. I'm saying that was the final straw that broke the camel's back, and he was fed up with it and just was like, he got to go.
What was the final straw?
Whatever. It could have been an insider trading touched his soul or whatever. We don't know what was the final straw to send him over the edge.
I'll put it like this. So the way that it seems like the perspective from our vantage point as regular working class people is that we are on the ground, grassroots, struggling, or sometimes our children have to go without, while these people are up top playing God, and they're playing with people's lives, or they're playing with people's money, and they're fucking shit off as if, you know, nothing on the bottom matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter to them. And that's kind of disheartening as a citizen to live. Like, imagine, you know, as a person that's been living in Detroit his whole life, all that shit came about the city council in Detroit fucking around with the city's money, pocketing it and spending it on their own personal ventures and shit like that. That makes a nigga angry because you playing and we not playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you in the city council playing, you buying you renting cars, and what's the one chick name you did the video about? Henyard? Is that her?
Tiffany Henyard.
Tiffany Henyard. Mayor of what? Where is that at? What state?
Dalton, Illinois.
Sound like Illinois.
Okay,
yeah, that's Illinois.
So she was in trouble. What was she in trouble for?
She was in trouble for a ton of stuff. She was basically mismanaging the taxpayers' funds. She was hiring her own personal security detail. She was spending thousands of dollars on lavish trips, taking the trip to Las Vegas, spending the taxpayers' dollars on expensive hotels, meals.
Did y'all just hear about the dude that was over the Riverwalk area? He got prosecuted here.
Oh yeah, yes I did.
I did a video on him too. Yeah, I did a video on him too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah, that makes people angry, man. And as a young man, I used to be a little more susceptible to it. Like I would be angry too because you hear about all this stuff happening and it just kind of gets swept under the rug. It goes through the news cycle. It'd be hot for 3 days on WXYZ, and then the shit goes away. And then we never hear about it again. And it's like, yeah, they might go to court. You know, motherfucker might get fined. A lot of times them niggas keep their jobs. And it's like, as people on the ground level and we struggling, you know, they cutting niggas food stamps off, but these niggas is running around playing with tens of thousands of people's dollars. So it's like, damn, I can't even get $500 a month. These niggas is spending $10,000 on some bullshit, and it's not even their money. Like that make a nigga want to go crazy.
Yeah.
And
and that's the answer to your question, Derek. It's like, what does it do? It gives them some level of solace. Then that's really all it is. I mean, he know that he can't take down United Healthcare by itself.
Okay,
but if I can do something to somebody, I can feel a little bit better about myself and my situation. I mean, it don't change it. Your wife is still sick, you still broke. I mean, but
I get all that. That's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. The reasoning is
okay.
My I guess my position is that's everybody's reasoning for doing something in the moment when they feel emotional about something. So
that's not everybody don't enact that.
Hold on. That's not true, because in cases where people often murder somebody, they was angry in the moment. They didn't like this person in the moment. They had reached a boiling point. Is that a justifiable reason to take somebody's life? No. That's all my point was. I understand the reason and rationale behind it.
Right, but it's still not
no matter how noble you might think your cause is.
Yeah.
However, that man is still a man who had a family. He had, kids. He got, I'm sure he didn't put the rules in place to keep your granny from getting her pills.
He's just a cog in the machine.
He's a cog in the machine.